that will be involved in this war at the end of time. Now, before I show you what these nations are, it lists the names of the nations as they were when Ezekiel wrote. So it would be the equivalent of like if I wrote down in like a journal, hey, we've got Canada to our north and Mexico to our south. And then somebody fast forwarded like 5,000 years and those nation states didn't exist anymore, but they would know, oh, but he was referring to those regions. That exact same thing is what's happening in Ezekiel 38 and 39. The nation states don't exist anymore, but we do know where their boundaries, where the regions were. So we know what nations correspond to those regions, at least today, okay? So I'm gonna toss this map up here, and here's what Ezekiel 38 and 39 describes. So Israel is so tiny. That's Israel, little tiny dot right there, that I had to make it bigger over here so you could just even know what I was talking about. So this is Israel. And Ezekiel 38 and 39, it mentions nations. First of all, it mentions Gog and Magog. Gog and Magog were far to the north of Israel. That would be like modern day Russia, like this area. Oh, by the way, Russia is, a lot of people don't know this, is about 18% Muslim. It also mentions Persia in Ezekiel 38 and 39. That corresponds to modern day Iran, a Muslim country. And then it also mentions Gomer and Togarmah, which corresponds to modern day Turkey, a Muslim country. So you see all of that there. It also mentions possibly Libya, Ethiopia, Sudan, Central Africa, all these things, which by the way, all of those are Muslim countries. Now, here's the question. The Bible says that this attack at the end of time will come on Israel from the north and the south, and that will be the final war, the war to end all wars that will usher in the end of time. Now, here's the question. The question that people are asking is like, hey, are we entering into that war right now? The right answer to that is, we don't know. We don't know that. What we do know is that if Iran enters the war, that Turkey and Russia will probably go with them. Right behind them will be North Korea and China. And if all of the world powers start attacking from the north and the south, start trying to attack Israel, that could be the war to end all wars that ushers in the end of history.
All right. You're hearing the logic, right?